Big battery phones are more relevant now with the likes of Xiaomi, Lenovo and Asus having their own portfolio of phones with 4000 plus mAh batteries. Joining the league is the Indian company Swipe with Elite Power priced modestly at Rs 6999. It's one of the affordable smartphones offering a big battery along with the fingerprint scanner. The Elite Power is housed in an aluminum metal body and has smooth corners and curves at the rear. It's tad heavy though at around 190 grams and measures 8.8 mm in thickness. The grey color is quite pleasing in the sea of gold phones you see these days. The fingerprint sensor is placed at the rear and the phone has on-screen navigation buttons. Talking about the display, which has a quite prominent bezels around it, the 5.5-inch IPS LCD display packs a HD resolution. The quality of the display is strictly average. The surface is quite reflective and the sunlight readability is not that great. There is no sort of protective layer like Corning Gorilla Glass, so you better have a screen guard if you end up buying it. Surprisingly, there is no auto brightness option and the adaptive brightness in the display settings dims out the screen at most instances beyond my comfortable level. Swipe Elite Power runs on Android Marshmallow 6.0.1. The first day of use was an harrowing experience with the pre-installed apps like Opera and Daily Hunt pushing out tons of notifications that was too annoying. You cannot uninstall the apps and the best you could do, as I did, is to disable the notifications or better disable the app. In any case, I prefer Chrome over Opera. There are no special gesture or motion features, which I feel is better, else will slow down the phone still further. The Elite Power is powered by a Snapdragon 210 chipset, which is rather an entry-level chipset in the Qualcomm's portfolio. It is combined with a 2GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage. The Elite Power makes use of hybrid dual SIM, so you can opt for either 2 SIMs or sacrifice one SIM with a microSD card that can accommodate up to 32GB. The phone supports 4G LTE with VoLTE. Coming to the performance. Frankly, you don't expect a Ferrari, but don't expect a comfortable sedan either. This is strictly an entry-level smartphone that houses a big battery and a fingerprint sensor to complete the checklist. Call quality is good and the loudspeaker clarity is better too, though could have been a bit more louder. If you are looking at playing games, keep this for lighter casual games. Not that it cannot play heavy games, they can, but expect shutters, frame drops and poor graphic rendering in graphic intensive games, and you need to scale down the graphics quality. About heating, it does heat up. I have done a separate video on the gaming performance with heating tests. You can take a look at it. While we are at the heating part, the phone also tends to randomly heat up. At many times, I could feel the heat in my pockets. I suspect the endless notification the bloatware sends, plus I took note of a bug that refuses to time out the screen when there is notifications on screen. So, another reason to disable the notifications from the culprit apps from the app settings. While almost all websites, including even Flipkart where it is retailing, mentions Gyroscope in this device, it doesn't seem to have it. When I try stargazing on the VR app, it doesn't move with my movement. I need to drag the screen manually. So, VR experience is a no-starter. The talking and selling point of the phone is the 4000 mAh battery, and in my test I got 7.3 hours of screen on time. It's good, but not the best amongst the big battery phones I have tested. There is no fast charging, so it takes a sweet almost 3 hours to fully charge. About the camera, the lesser said the better. It has an 8 megapixel rear camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. The camera quality is below average. Let's end it there. So, should you buy Swipe Elite Power? At this price, there is Redmi 3S at the same price without a fingerprint scanner. Shell out $2000 more, you get the Redmi 3S Prime, which has a similar battery along with the fingerprint sensor, and it's a far better than the Elite Power. Only thing I liked about the Elite Power is the build quality, and for Rs 6999 it offers a fingerprint scanner along with the big battery slapped onto it. Though the heating part and the below average camera can change my mind. What do you think of the phone? Share your thoughts. This is Lashwagan signing off for Tech Ramen. Give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a great day. Cheers.